Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to talk to you guys about something a little different. So let me put on my +5 out of weaponsmithing, work on skill at my crafting a little bit, and let's talk about this. The video I made the other day, I made a video calling out extreme diets like keto and vegan diets. A lot of vegans kind of got upset. They came in there, they defended themselves like they usually do. And a lot of vegans seem to think that I'm singling them out and picking on them, when the reality is I'm really not. I might make a few tongue-in-cheek jokes, but I do understand that you guys legitimately believe that what you're doing is ethical and best, okay? That fact isn't lost on me. Not lost on me at all. And I'm not really singling vegans out. You know why? I call people who are strict ketogenic diet believers keto tards. I pick on ketogenic diet people, and I call out people who market the ketogenic diet who are jacked and ripped. I call them out as frauds, okay? I call them out as frauds who are abusing large amounts of gear to maintain their muscle while cutting on a keto diet. Because the science overwhelmingly shows that keto diets cause more muscle loss and more lean body mass loss calorie per calorie than any other diet. That is not even subject to debate anymore. All right, other than Dr. Jacob Wilson studies, who is known for bad ethics and has had a lot of problems with ethics review boards for producing crazy research. Everyone else's research shows differently. A meta-analysis shows that. So I want you guys to understand, I pick on the keto dieters a heck of a lot more than I do on vegans, all right, by a very large amount. Because I think that is a big, big scam. Now the issue with the vegan diet, and I'm going to say this, and the reason I point this out is because eventually you guys who are vegans, I can tell you right now, I'm talking to you, you're not going to be a vegan one day. And I'm going to state that again, based upon studies and research of people who look at this. 88% of people who become vegans, and I mean full-fledged vegans, none of this, well, they weren't true vegans. It's not the no true Scotsman fallacy doesn't apply here. All right, I have even been a vegan. I peaked for a powerlifting meet as a vegan. I went 6 months without touching any animal source products, including gelatin, okay? 6 months. I had to peak for a powerlifting meet doing that. And it taught me some valuable lessons about recovery and trying to be an athlete, a strength athlete as a vegan. And I'll get to that in a second. But the reality is, most of you are not going to be vegans one day. And when you're not, you're going to come back and say, man, Jason was right. Jason was right. I'm going to listen. Maybe he's got some other valuable advice for me. You guys can hate me right now, and you probably will hate me right now for me saying all that. And that's okay. A lot of people hate me. I'm used to that. And you know what? And I can say that because I know that if there's 100 vegans listening right now, 88% of you are not going to be vegans one day. So when I say that, even though there might be exceptions to the people I'm pointing at, statistically it's going to be true for the vast majority. You know what? I can also say that 88% certainty that Vegan Gains, even, it's a perfect example, is not going to be vegan one day. He will start eating meat again, 88% chance. Even though he's marketed himself and predicated his entire channel on that. And you know what? When he quits and he goes over to eating meat, whether he chooses to admit it or not, I'm not going to be a dick about it. I'm just going to be like, well, I mean, that's normal. That's what happens. All they did was show that you're a human being. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to judge him for it. He'll get a lot of flack, but I'm not going to judge him for it. But he's not going to be a vegan one day. And his strength will probably improve when he gives up on it. He'll probably gain some extra muscle mass. Because here's the thing, and that's what I've found, and many coaches have found over the years. Being a vegan makes it difficult. Not saying impossible. It makes it difficult to perform as an athlete. It makes it difficult to gain strength. It makes it difficult to gain muscle mass. Not saying it can't be done, but these things are hard enough as they are. And what people don't need when you're trying to reach goals is to throw weird religious ideas of morality into your food. This is the oldest trick religions have played in the book. Is that, well, my religion states not to eat this, not to eat that. Okay, guys, people try to, it's just an old human trait to try to attach morality to your food choices. You know what? Eating food is about fueling your body. It's about your health. It's about your survival. It's about fueling your needs. Morality doesn't even come into the picture. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. And you can argue about, well, if society changes, well, that doesn't matter to you right now, because that is the animals are going to die either way. Those animals are going to die either way. Vegans will never make up a significant enough of the population to reduce the supply and demand of meat on the shelf. So if that really and truly is how you think that you're going to do that, you might as well believe in such crazy concepts as world peace. Never going to happen. Not reality. It's deluded thinking based upon a nice idea. It's based upon a nice idea. You know what? But world peace is a nice idea. All right? Ending war is a nice idea. Probably not a reality. Same with the veganism, all right? Same with the veganism. It's based upon a nice idea, and I get it. Not based on reality. And here's the thing. Your training is hard, and that's the same thing. And I have people who say, hey, you know, I want to run your novice program as a vegan. I'm going to tell them, don't do it. You will not be able to handle the program as a vegan. And I'm just telling you how it is. And I have trained and peaked for meat as a vegan. And here's the thing, guys. What I've found, myself included, people who go vegan and they want to get results, they want to get really strong, they have to use more drugs. They have to use more drugs just like the keto guys have to use more drugs. Guys on ketogenic diets have to up the dose on their drugs to get the same amount of strength and muscle, right? Because you're all going to be using drugs if you have super serious goals. And if you're running inferior diets like a vegan diet or a ketogenic diet, you will have to use drugs to become brutally strong. If you want to be truly athletic and competitive, you're going to have to, unfortunately. What I found, I had to use 3 times as many drugs as a vegan. Do you know, in my opinion, based upon my own training experience, guys, when I was in the UK, I peaked for that last meet as a vegan. You guys saw me hit a 508 raw squat. I was on a gram a test. It was legal there, by the way, so that's why I talk about that. It's on a gram a test. I had to up my amount to that. I had to up myself to a gram to keep gaining strength as a vegan, to get ready for a meet. And do you know, to me, how ridiculous it feels to need a gram a test to squat 500? Perspective here, guys. Perspective. I hit 475 for a double as a natty when my family owned a grass-fed ranch and I was eating a couple pounds of grass-fed steak every day. I hit 475 squat for a double before I ever tried anything. Full natty. Full natty. With only 3 years of training experience. I had only been lifting for 3 years. And I weighed 195. I weighed in 218 for that meet. All right. 21 pounds. Is that 21 pounds? 21 pounds heavier on a gram a test to be able to surpass the numbers I hit in my 20s. Completely natty. Even now, I'm re-squatting again. I'm building my strength back up. I can already tell, based upon my increased strength curve, I am gaining strength faster right now on just TRT. TRT. 1/8 of a gram, not a gram. 1/8. Prescription level, legitimate TRT level amounts. My strength is going up faster right now on a monthly basis than it did on a gram of test as a vegan. I already know, based upon my projections of how my strength curve is going, I will probably, my last meet, the work sets, what I did at my last comp, or peaking for my last meet for maxes, in my 30s, now in my 40s, I can already tell, inside about a year from now, I will probably be doing reps with my previous 1 rep maxes on just TRT. All right, this has been my experience of how dramatic it is when you mess with certain diets, because I've done keto diets, I've done vegan diets. They absolutely interfere with performance. And at a certain point, what I'm going to tell people, I'm not interested in your morality. When people come to me for advice, I'm not interested in your personal belief systems. I am interested in giving you results. Right? I'm not interested in your preconceived notions of the world, your ethics, your morals, any of that. People come to me and say, I want to get these results. What do I need to do to get there? I'm going to tell people the most effective ways to do there. And subjective opinions have no role in there. So when it comes to resistance training, I'm going to be honest, guys. You know, the concurrent periodization seems to increase strength for non-novice lifters slightly faster than the linear block periodization. All right, my personal opinions and what I enjoy doing doesn't factor in. Same thing when it comes to diets. I'm going to be honest, guys, a high carb, high protein, omnivorous, balanced diet is going to give you the best athletic performance. That is going to be the fastest way to reach your goals. To consume lots of starchy carbs, a lot of fiber, and a fair amount of animal source protein, while keeping your dietary fat in check and minimizing the amount of processed foods you eat. All right, that is going to get you to your strength and your performance and your conditioning goals the fastest. Anything else is going to produce slower results, inferior results, and probably going to require you to go on drugs faster than you would like to. And if you're already on drugs, you're probably going to have to use more. And that shouldn't be our desired result. I'm here to help people maximize their performance and to help people reach their goals. And for when it comes to dietary advice, I'm not interested in catering to people's whims. I'm not interested in catering to people's subjective belief systems. That's not productive. That is when I see someone who says, I want to do a ketogenic diet, I want to do a vegan, I want to do this diet instead of a proper balanced diet to fuel their needs, I don't want to help those people. Because they're not committed to reaching their fitness goals. They have other things they would rather do instead of what they need to do to reach their goals. And people like that can't be helped. They're a waste of effort. And that's reality. Like either you want to reach your goals or you do not. There is no try. There is do or do not, Danielson. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.